It's that time of season again, folks. NHL hockey is back. And so are the Maple Leafs. You know how long I've been saying that? For God knows how long. How long since I've been talking about the Leafs? Well, last time I'd done a rant, I didn't even keep up with the Leafs rants. Either because of college studies, which is obviously going to happen at some point, or because I just don't feel like doing it, which is obviously the case. But I'm gonna do what I'll do at best, and that is to do this whole Leafs rant, not just the what happened last year, but also the moves that we've made, like the coaching change, the players that we acquired, and my expectations on this 2024-25 Leafs season. So what happened last season? Oh man, it was pretty brutal, especially in the playoffs. When in my situation, I literally lost it. One of the Leafs lost in 7 to the Boston Bruins. Yep, I've done a reaction video on it, which has gone overviews. That has got more views than I expected. I'm like, this actually overtopped my reaction video against Tampa from Game 6 of 2023, and now here we are. And now, going in the offseason, I'm like thinking, yeah, this is going to be a brutal offseason. While this offseason continues, I have to watch the Bruins and the Panthers duke it out. Two teams I hate the most duke it out in the second round, where I'd have to look at the news, what's happening with the Leafs this offseason, follow that with rooting for the Oilers, which I did. And that resulted in the Oilers losing in the Cup Finals to Florida, which was deemed the most undeserving Stanley Cup champions in the history of NHL. Literally. I don't know. I mean, I completely went like, oh, bullcrap, this is not fair. The Panthers won the Stanley Cup, not the Leafs. And I'm like, oh, man. And I literally just got walloped by Panthers fans. I'm not even kidding. I don't know, I don't want to go in depth about it, but that's just my little take. Panthers didn't deserve to win the Stanley Cup. I know the Oilers deserve to win the Stanley Cup. And that was rigged. Period. But it's a new season. I'll still complain whenever I feel like complaining about that finals, but it's a new season. Just gotta let it go. Now we get to the worst of the worst. The Leafs offseason of 2024. And oh boy, it was... I don't know what to say. The 2024 offseason was a disaster. Was actually like, we're gonna be firing Sheldon Keefe. And that was like, you've got to be kidding me. Keefe, out of all the coaches, you fire Sheldon Keefe. Well, that's just great. That's just great. Leaf fans were like, I prayed for these moments and it happened. And versus me, where I was devastated and upset that Keefe got fired. Literally. So now we had to go to the goalies. We had to go through the coaching selection. We had to find a coach. And it came down to some of the following. Guy Boucher, which was not a really good coach because he did pretty pathetically bad in the power play. Remember that 1 for 28 on the power play in the playoffs against Boston? You get like Todd McLean, I believe. I don't remember, but it's Todd, whom is not that good. And pretty much the art of choking. Craig Berube, which is a Stanley Cup contender, which I personally prefer. Garrett, I think it was like Gallant, whom, in my opinion, took the Rangers to the Eastern Conference Finals and took the Vegas Golden Knights to the Stanley Cup Finals in their first season. And is like, okay, maybe we got something. And what did the Leafs hire? They hired Craig Berube, who has a voice and a passion and has everything. And I'm like, let's go. I think this might be the best coach we've ever had. And unlike Babcock, this guy has a voice. He's not stubborn. He can work his players out perfectly. And then, of course, not even a week in, bam, Keefe got hired by the Devils. And I'm like, the Devils took away Keefe for this? Oh, I've seen this. The Devils took away Sheldon Keefe like it's stealing candy from a baby. I'm not even kidding around. Like, look at what happens. And then Comes the worst of the worst. The free agency signings. Oh, Lord. Free agency. I hate that season. You know, I hate that time where we have to sign free agents. I'm like, good Lord. Some of our players got taken away by other teams, and we get some other downgrades. I don't even know. You know what our main focus was? Goaltending and defense. So what did the Leafs acquire? Two of the main defenses. D-mans. Or is it three? I think it was like three. Two forwards, and a goaltender. That's all that mattered. And the first one was during the draft, where the Leafs traded their youngster for the draft rights to Chris Tanev. And I'm like, are you? Oh my God! I didn't see Tree. I didn't expect that to come out of the blue from Tree. I didn't expect that. And we signed Chris Tanev to a 6-year deal. This guy works perfectly with Morgan Riley. I think he could work perfectly with Mo, with a left defender, because we got a right defender. A righty wasn't. It's just like he could work perfectly fine with this guy. So he can block shots. He's a shot blocker, and he's magnificent, if you know what I'm trying to say, you know. Next one was OEL from the Florida Panthers. Yeah, that's what happens. Another key defender that the Leafs need, and it's a good asset for the Leafs to acquire Oliver Ekman-Larsson, or as I like to call him, Oliver the Great Western Ekman-Larsson. You know, Oliver the Great Western Engine? Okay, I'm getting a little off track there. Then the Leafs acquire a goaltender to back up Woolley. You know who that goalie was? Anthony Storlas. He could be backing up Woll. I'm not sure if Woll can't do the job on his own. So you got to back this man up. And then it comes the worst. And then, of course, the Janish signing, which, of course, took 2 months to sign. And we signed a 1-year deal. Only problem is he's going to the long-time injury reserve, which might not be good. But we'll wait and see. And then comes the subtraction part. The worst part about that is that every player gets taken away. They took away Bertuzzi. Tyler Bertuzzi signs with Chicago. Ilya Samsonov signs with the Vegas Golden Knights. Are you kidding me? Lyubushkin, he was not that good. He gone to Dallas. Freaking know-it-all. Edmondson to the LA Kings. Oh my God, Lord. What's next? Oh yeah, TJ Brody. He going to Chicago. Wow, I didn't see that coming. And other than we re-signed our players. Timothy Liljegren to 2 years. Matt Murray to a 1-year deal. Unfortunately, he's waived because of the waiver clause. So we don't know what Matt Murray's gonna clear waivers, or who's gonna get taken. I don't know. Then we, of course, signed a 4-year contract with Max Domi. Yes, this is the man we're looking at. But we're missing Tyler Bertuzzi. Who cares? It's worth it. So the defense is fixed. The main issue is the goaltending. I'm a little concerned on the goaltending. Woll can't do this job on his own. Think about that. Woll cannot do this job on his own. He's got to have some backup here. And the goaltending is a big... I didn't want to say this, but it's like a big question. Big question mark coming into the season. So we got the goalie situation done. The goaltending is in a limbo. The defense is fixed. So now the coaching staff. Well, we got a bunch of them. Mark Savard. We got Savard. We got Lane Lambeard. Yeah, thank you, Islanders. You've been asking for, we're going to fire Lambeard. Well, he's a PK killer now. And I believe we got 2 other guys, which I believe I don't know the other. I don't know the other guys. Oh, good Lord, what have I done to myself? So therefore, the coaching staff stacked with names. Our D-core, perfect. Well, if you want to, but I don't know about Liljegren, Jan Krok, or freaking Camp. Either way, you got to trade those guys. And then we got Lawrence, and Max Pacioretty, who are on PTOs, professional trials. I don't know if they're going to get contracts, but we'll wait and see until that situation gets... Until those situations get... Yes, I'm going to say it once and I'll say it again. Those situations gets resolved. So, you got to do something. Now, this season, I expect this Leafs team to go all the way. We're gonna have the regular season, of course. Of course, you're gonna do something in the regular season. You gotta win these games. We're either gonna be a first or second seed. Personally, I would say number 1 seed would be my pick. Winning Atlantic Division, but then you get Boston, who got Zadorov and Pedersen. Florida is still going on a cup repeat, which I'm praying for a downfall for the Panthers. Lightning, they lost Stamkos. Montreal is just Montreal. I don't know what they're gonna do. Ottawa, they acquired Linus Allmark, which, yeah, you're on your own, Swayman. And the rest, Buffalo's just dead, period. And Detroit, well, in the mix of a wild card, but we'll see what we can do. So I think for this Leafs team, are we ready for a Stanley Cup? Because I'm praying to God this is the Leafs year. Yeah, you could call me out for saying we're going to win the Stanley Cup, but I've been going through this over and over again. You keep saying this every year, and yet you don't do well. You do so well in the regular season, and then you get booed in the first round by Boston. Well, you pretty much won your first playoff series in a long while in 20 years. Do you not know what I'm trying to say here? 20 years was the last. Okay, Leafs won a playoff series, and yet I don't understand why people are considering that as the Leafs Stanley Cup. I would consider it as a playoff win, not a Stanley Cup. Oh, what's next? The irony. First round jokes. The We Want Florida book was. And, oh yeah, 1967, Jesus. Look, I can just go on and say that I'm going to get screwed over by my own game, whether it's Panthers fans or my fan base or any others. But I'm going to say to you this. No matter how many excuses I'm going to go through, no matter the criticism, I know there's going to be some criticism with this Leafs team. But I know for a fact that Leafs will get this done. It is the Leafs year to win the Stanley Cup. This is how it works. We're going to do well in the regular season, perfectly well. We're going to go into the first round. We're going to beat up the first round. We're going to win a playoff series in the first round. Win a playoff series in the second round. And then the conference finals. Make the Eastern Conference Finals. Make the conference finals. Win the Eastern Conference Finals. Go to the Stanley Cup Finals. We win 4 games in the Stanley Cup Finals. And we win the Stanley Cup. That's how the script works. I'm going to say, and I'm not going to make any excuses. This is the year Leafs are going to win. I know for a fact that this team is going to win. I'm not going to make myself look stupid saying that, we're going to win the Stanley Cup, and yet the same bullcrap happens, because I know that thing happened over and over and over again. It's like a cycle. So, let's wrap up, Leafs Nation. It's go time. And I know this Leafs team is going to win, and we are going to win. That's what matters the most. There's no line in between. We are winning the Stanley Cup, but we're going to go through the regular season first. Then we get to the playoffs, and then go to the Cup Finals. Well, of course, we have to go to the first round, second round, conference finals. Then the Stanley Cup Finals, and we win the Stanley Cup. I know we got this. So, Leafs Nation, let's ride. Let's get this show on the road. Wednesday night against Montreal. Let's go!